Yeah, give Penn State all the credit in the world. They never quit. They never laid down. Tremendous atmosphere, great environment. Wish we were back in the other place. It created nice buzz and atmosphere. Congratulations to their administration for trying something new. That was great environment for college basketball. Obviously, we feel like we lost the game. We did just about everything wrong in the last 2.5 minutes, and they made shots. So can't give up 55% field goal percentage in the second half and win. Disappointed in that, and coming off the Maryland game where we held them to 34%. So all the credit goes to Mike and his kids, and they got the win.
Brad, can you remember? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What bothered you most about the final couple minutes there?
Everything. We didn't do anything right. We did everything we could possibly do to lose the game, from foul on the last play to the missed free throws, to turning the ball over against the press, to not getting a stop when we needed one. We missed 2 layups. Luke missed a wide open 3 in the corner. It was everything.
Brad, can you remember anything in your career? You've been around a while. Quite like that last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I beat VCU in the NCAA tournament on a 4-point play, very similar to that. Bad player makes a bad decision and fouls, and yeah, I did it in the NCAA tournament. So, games happen like that, and unfortunately, we were on the wrong end of one.
Brad, what bothers you most about your defense right now, here in the back?
Blown assignments, probably. I thought Amani came in and gave us a great lift in the first half. Our assignments, our attention to details is not very good, and we went under guys. Our lack of physicality was evident. They just knocked us around. I thought we did a pretty good job on Ace, for the most part, but it was all the other guys, and late in the game we let I think it was Hicks come off the little pin down, and we're not connected to him. We walked through that play 15 times, went through that play. So it's just being dialed in and mentally focused.
I guess, how do you address that then? Before Saturday?
Start being playing time and subbing guys out. I mean, we should be beyond that point, but again, we can't afford those. We knew they were going to cut. Justin gave up, 4 layups on cuts tonight. And then it's 6 or 8 points on out of bounds plays on one we covered. Those are deals that cause you to lose.
Following up on the question about the assignments, for Penn State to be without the leading scorer, just a couple days ago, how did that kind of change your mindset regarding this game? And do you guys think that you followed through, on that defensive effort that you were game planning for?
Well, they've won games without him. They're better. I thought they were better without him. I mean, the ball moved. The ball was in Ace's hands, and I don't know anything about anything that's going on with him. So I'm not commenting on him, but their role definement's great. They're adding Dunn and putting him in a place to where he gets shots, and their roles were very defined, and so it's not I'm not in their locker room, I'm not around, but that's a very connected basketball team.
Brad, you mentioned both the crowd and the mental aspect. How much of that is tied together, and how much do you think the crowd bothered your team that last 35 seconds or so?
Oh, I don't know if the crowd bothered us. It was just nice to be in that atmosphere. We've come here, for a while, and that's a pretty cool environment. And I'm nostalgic because I like the really old buildings, and crowds but we just played in front of 18,000 at Maryland and closed one out. So I'm not saying that had anything to do with it. It was more our just not making plays.
Brad, 18 turnovers tonight. That's the most by far in the Big Ten that you've had. What did they do, or what did your guys not handle?
Yeah, it's just 40 minutes of what they did. You know, they run and jump, and you know, we were sloppy with the ball. I mean, Coleman hasn't had a ball taken in a long, long time. I think they took 3 or 4 in the first half, and it just knocked him out of his hands. And Marcus, was handling the ball a lot, but they're very handsy. They're one of the top steel teams, and the one thing we did was turn it over and played into their hands a little bit.
I mean, on that when you get 50 from Terrence and Marcus combined, I mean, what did you like about what you could do offensively? And I guess
We had a 1.4 OER midway through the second half. Our offense isn't a problem. I mean, they're one of the worst transition teams in Power 5. Giving up points, and I'm not telling them anything they don't know. They are dead last in our league in points in transition. So we knew if we could get a defensive rebound and stop, that's where Terrence excels. And he was terrific in that area. And but again, we've got to give them credit. They did a good job in our post ups and throwing different looks at us and doubling. And like I said, we turned the ball over.
Brad,
Your last one, Chairman.
80 plus points. You've given up 2 points in 4 or 5 games. How concerning is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're relying on our offense because we're 4th or 5th in the country in offense, and it's a wrong mentality. And then we're not playing with any physicality right now, which really bothers me. And we gotta address that. Thank you.